On the 6th of May, 2023, a significant event occurred. Charles III ascended the British throne. Yet, questions have already arisen about who might become the next ruler after Charles. Will it be his son, Prince William? There are considerable nuances to consider, which we will discuss today. The greatest mystery of the British monarchy always remains unsolved. Today, we ask what secrets are hidden within Buckingham Palace. Is it true that the fate of little Prince George is already sealed? Behind the scenes of glittering ceremonies and ancient traditions lie unimaginable complexities that the royal bloodline heirs must face. The average age of monarchs is 77, and this has already influenced the destiny of the young princes. The British public is anxious. Will George, Louis, and Charlotte carry on the dynasty, or will they meet a fate unworthy of royal chronicles? Meanwhile, discontent is brewing in the country. The people want a young, energetic monarch. But what if that day never comes? Many point to protests against the coronation of Charles III, who never became a true king in the eyes of many. The arrests of dissenters only fueled the fire, and the question, who is the real heir, becomes ever more pressing. Amidst this turmoil, young Prince George is garnering attention not just in the United Kingdom, but worldwide. Enormous and curious gifts arriving for his birthday only add intrigue to the personas surrounding him. The whole internet wonders, what do these gestures mean, and do they contradict his father William's wish to shield his son from too much attention? Could it be that among the toy cars and unique trinkets lies a prophecy of a future king? Now that George's destiny seems predetermined, the world questions if he will be able to bring the British monarchy out of the shadows and bear the royal responsibility never before placed on such young shoulders. Answers to these and many other questions might hold secrets that could forever alter the course of British history. So, the next ruler after Charles III should formally be Prince William, the son of Charles III and Princess Diana. Next in line is William and Princess Catherine's son, George. The statuses of the heirs and a recently published portrait of Charles III with his son and grandson, the future kings of Great Britain, confirm this. However, paying attention to many details of monarchs' lives suggests that George's coronation as king, if it happens, promises many challenges for the prince. This is because the average age of the reigning British family is 77. For instance, King Charles is currently 74, and Queen Camilla is 75. This implies that in a few years, they will only perform half of their duties to the people, as maintaining robust health after 80 is challenging. In that case, Catherine and William would have to fulfill their roles as the Prince and Princess of Wales, raise the heirs, and assist the reigning king and queen with their obligations. Should King Charles III not hand over power to his son prior to his own death, William and Kate might continue the sad tradition of aged monarchs on the throne. This means that Prince George would not inherit the throne until at least his 50s. From these circumstances, it follows that George will govern without assistance from other members of the royal family. It remains unknown whether his brother Louis and sister Charlotte will be involved in the life of the British family, or whether his parents will still be alive. Other royal family members are already advanced in years. For example, Lady Ogilvy, a cousin of Elizabeth II, is now 88 and princess and is 72. Thus, none of the working royals are young. This fact causes dissatisfaction among British subjects who wish to see a young monarch leading a developing country. Despite the conservatism of the British, they would prefer someone like Elizabeth II, who became queen at 25. The current situation resulted from the late Queen's conviction that Crown Prince Charles would make a poor king. Hence, Elizabeth remained in power until her passing, reluctant to hand over authority to her son or to humiliate him by transferring the throne to her grandson William. This position was one of the few shared by the late Queen and Charles III's former wife, Princess Diana. Diana also believed that to avoid having an older monarch lead England, Prince Charles shouldn't ascend the throne. She considered William, who had more composure, cold-bloodedness, fidelity to royal traditions, and youthful energy, as a more suitable king. The insightful princess was also confident that Elizabeth II wouldn't relinquish power to her son. And she was right. British subjects share this sentiment, disapproving not only of the new king's age but also of his candidacy in general. During his coronation, protesters held signs saying, "Not my king." The situation worsened by arresting all protest participants, causing doubts about the monarchy's democratic approach towards its people. The most remarkable thing is that when George celebrated his birthday, Prince George received expensive and unusual gifts in his support. The eldest child of Prince William and the Duchess of Catherine has been the center of attention since his early years. His great-grandmother was the Queen of England, his father is the second most prominent royal figure, and he is third in line to the throne. It's no surprise that the gifts sent to young George are not like those received by ordinary children. According to the Telegraph, before Prince George's first birthday in 2014, the down-to-earth Duke of Cambridge asked the public, including close friends and family, not to send anything to the birthday boy. However, not many heeded William's request. Despite his father's insistence, the little prince received many gifts. Buckingham Palace reported that in that year, he received a staggering 706 presents, thanks to overseas visits. This was more than his parents combined, surpassing even his grandfather Prince Charles and Queen Elizabeth herself. Adding gifts sent from within Britain, it is said that in 2014, George received over 1,000 presents in just 1 year. Today, as Prince George turns 8, the press recalls the most generous, rare, and exquisite gifts he's received over the years. When Pope Francis first met Elizabeth and Prince Philip during their royal visit to the Vatican, he presented the monarch with a lapis lazuli orb intended for her great-grandson and future heir to the British crown. The orb features the cross of Edward the Confessor, an 11th-century king venerated as a saint, with an inscription on the base reading, "From Pope Francis to Prince George of Cambridge." Her Majesty replied that her great-grandson will be thrilled when he is a bit older. In 2016, the then President of the United States visited Kensington Palace and met the Cambridge's firstborn. He greeted the high-ranking guest in pajamas and a robe, much to the amusement of the president. On the child's first birthday, Barack Obama sent 3 gifts: a handmade rocking horse with the presidential seal, a polo mallet made from oak from the White House garden, and a blue alpaca blanket. According to the unofficial Sussex biography, Finding Freedom, when Prince Harry lived next door to the Cambridges at Kensington Palace, he gifted his eldest nephew a toy SUV for his 4th birthday. The electronic toy is valued at up to $2,000. The same year, Harry bought Princess Charlotte a tricycle. In 2014, Hangar 8 made an exquisite gesture by congratulating Prince George on his birthday in the most extraordinary way. The airline sent His Highness a greeting card featuring their Bombardier Challenger jet, with the words, "Happy Birthday, Prince George." The aircraft's transformation was handled by the British studio Andrew Winch Designs, specializing in transport. According to Corporate Jet Investor, the jet's customization cost $165,000. The public began addressing gifts to Prince George from the very moment of his birth. British jeweler Theo Fennell, whose clients include the Beckhams, Elton John, and Madonna, received a commission from cosmetic brand Sudocrem to create an 18-karat white gold bracelet valued at 107,000 Hong Kong dollars in honor of the company's 80th anniversary. The jewelry was gifted to the royal family at George's birth and later auctioned, with the proceeds going to charity. Unlike other royal family members, Kate Middleton and Prince William often share details about their children and personal lives. For example, it is known that the Wales couple tries to raise their children as equals, forbidding tantrums and raising voices. They also ensure that school weekends and holiday breaks are spent with the children. When that's not possible, Prince William has a clever trick up his sleeve, a tip for all busy parents. During a meeting with American football players in autumn 2024, he revealed a promise he once made to his children: never come home empty-handed. This happened when players presented him with 3 small children's footballs. Never return home without something. "It's a great motto," responded the future king. "These gifts are certainly appreciated by the heirs, as they are known to play football themselves, although they prefer classical football over American. Prince William himself is not well versed in American football. He didn't perform perfectly in a game during the meeting with athletes and jokingly said afterward, 'I might practice at home and see how many windows I can break.' Nevertheless, players noted William's abilities in other aspects. His arm strength is incredible. I couldn't believe how far he threw the ball. He learns new things effortlessly and can train for a long time," said Phoebe Schechter, captain of the Great Britain women's flag football team. However, football isn't the heir's favorite sport. He leans towards more classical British sports: polo, golf, and cricket. Prince William and Kate Middleton frequently receive small symbolic gifts for their children. Although royal protocol prohibits receiving gifts from subjects, the Wales family sometimes makes exceptions when the presents aren't too extravagant. So, it is clear that we are living in an era where the fate of the British monarchy is shrouded in secrecy and intrigue. Perhaps Prince George will be the figure everyone roots for, but will he meet the high expectations and elevate the royal family to a new level? Or might obstacles arise of which we haven't even conceived? Time will tell how the British monarchy will evolve in the coming years, and whether the young prince will have the strength and determination to meet the challenges of the era. What are your thoughts on the future of the British crown? Share your opinions in the comments. We're very interested in hearing from you. If you want to stay updated on all the fascinating events and secrets of the throne, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. We'll soon reveal even more incredible stories and hidden facts.